everybody. Welcome back to the Geriatric Millennials. This is Beth.
And this is Jayme.
We're just two oldish, youngish ladies sharing all the things we loved about 2024.
Yes.
There were some things.
2024 was a year.
It was a year.
Just say that.
Yes.
Within that year, quite a bit happened in my life.
Yes.
So I ended up taking 3 trips to Belize, which is quite a bit.
Yeah.
For 1 year. The first one was my niece's wedding, and that was great. And I went by myself. The second one, we went for spring break, and the first part of it was great, but the second part, it turned into a whole long thing because my dad ended up having a medical emergency. I ended up staying longer, taking them to Mexico, my parents to Mexico to get medical treatment, being separated from my family. I mean, it was incredibly stressful. It was awful. It was awful in so many ways. But I will say that my best of some of the things that came out of that was that the healthcare system in Mexico, although flawed, like many countries, was pretty darn awesome. And it was so cool because everybody uses WhatsApp. Did I tell you this before?
Yeah.
All these places use WhatsApp, and it was like the middleman was eliminated in medical care. And it was like, you just get what you want if you can pay for it. And so you just go, and there's like no wait.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
And so you just go to a lab, get the results. They send them to you on WhatsApp. And then you're just like, boom, I've got it. Like, I don't need to see I don't need a note that says I need XYZ. Like, you just ask for what you want, pay for it, get it. Going to hospitals, talking to doctors, talking to surgeons. They give you their personal WhatsApp. You message them with all your questions. They directly answer you. You go. I mean, it was such a different system.
Yeah.
And it was actually, I felt like my dad got really good medical care, and that the way of communicating, even though there was a lot of stressful times. And I at one point was driving around in a car with my brother with a little cooler that had blood in it. That was going to be put into my dad's face. Like, we were transporting it to the clinic for a blood transfusion. And I was like, is this really happening? But at the same time, it was like kind of amazing.
Yeah.
It was kind of amazing because it was just like getting things done. Like, it's just happening. And so I think that a few of my best of 2024 are going to be related to some of these experiences, because the third trip that I took to Belize was to visit. And then my dad ended up passing away during that visit, which was actually kind of amazing also that we got to be there.
Yeah.
And my whole family got to be there, and we haven't all been together in years and years. And so I guess all that to say, I thought the Mexico healthcare system was kind of like the best.
2024. I love that. Was one of your best of.
Oh, and WhatsApp and the use of WhatsApp was kind of the best. Like, I just was amazed. Like, there was no HEPA, for example. It was just like, oh, you want these medical records? Sure. Just pass them around. Like, just send them on WhatsApp to whatever phone number you give me. Sure. No problem.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's kind of great.
Love that. Very different.
Very different.
I got an AeroGarden this year.
We're going to be all over the place.
All over the place. So for last Christmas, I got an AeroGarden for a gift, and it's a little tabletop greenhouse type of thing where it has like a growing light and has little seed pods, and you can just like grow stuff. And I started growing stuff, and I really liked it.
That is so cool.
Like, I was growing salad and I wasn't eating it, and then I found out my cat was just eating it, which was kind of like, okay, girl, be healthy. But then I started getting into...
I didn't know cats would eat salad.
She was really into the romaine and the arugula. I was surprised too. But she liked it. She liked to chomp on it because they like to eat grass and plants sometimes. That's why I have to be careful with houseplants and cats, because I like to chomp on it. Anyway, but I started growing like all these herbs, and like I loved it. So I'm actually right in the moment, like propagating all these different little like stuff so I can cook with it.
That's really cool. Like, what kind of herbs? You got basil?
I did Thai basil. I have like standard basil. I have dill, thyme, lavender. I'm going to start growing like spinach or some kind of like romaine, I think. Because sometimes I just need like a couple leaves for a sandwich. And I waste so much food because I'm like, I don't want to eat a big salad, but I just need the lettuce for XYZ. So
yeah. What are you going to do with the lavender?
I just wanted it for prettiness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say, is there something?
You can make, but you can infuse
I've heard of lavender lemonade.
Yep, you can do that. I've had lavender ice cream. I don't like lavenders like that, but I do like it dry to like have around for smellies. So there you go.
Nice. Okay, so one of the things that came out of my multiple trips to Belize this year was that my dad built my mom a pickleball court.
Mm.
And I'd never played pickleball in my life before this, but I got introduced to the game pickleball and it is so fun. I love it. I love it. So best of 2024, pickleball.
Pickleball. Okay.
Learning how to play pickleball. Now, have I played it since I've been back? No, but I'm going to.
Yes. Okay.
I already have something arranged where I'm going to be playing pickleball. So I think it's a great activity.
Okay.
Highly recommend.
Love that.
All ages, stages, whatever fitness level you're at. It's an accessible game for most people, I think.
Well, I've been toying with pickleball. I joined the pickleball community here on the Facebook.
What?
Have not played yet because usually they play when I'm working. I'm like, okay, where are the non-retirees playing? Because and that are not aggressive, because I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I just want to play Carol, who's 75, and we're taking it easy on each other. So, I mean, speaking of playing, I really got into Disney's Dreamlight Valley this year.
What is that?
It's a game. So years ago, I was playing Animal Crossing like crazy. Like my island is,
I remember that.
It's like 1,000+ hour island, which is insane. And but I kind of got over it, and they're not updating anymore. So I started playing. It's this game that Disney put out that's like basically you go around and meet characters and give them gifts and plant groceries or plant like vegetables and stuff, and then you make them food. It's kind of like a job that I do after my job. I come home, I farm, I feed my friends, I clean up the neighborhood. And
in this game,
I go on little quests, and then I look up and like, you could have done your real dishes, but instead you were all up in here. But it's been kind of fun. It's been a nice distraction with everything going on. So I don't know. It's just been kind of fun and silly and,
I like that.
and kind of wonderful. It makes me feel like I'm a Disney adult, even though I'm not.
Oh my gosh, I have to tell you the story that is related to the pickleball thing.
Mm-hmm.
So because my parents lived, well, now my mom, but in Belize, and you just can't like go to the store and buy stuff. She often has a list for me, or that I bring stuff for her.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so she had ordered some shirts off of Amazon. Did I tell you this?
No.
Okay. She had ordered some shirts. And so I brought them to her. But before I brought them, I was packing them in my suitcase, and I didn't want, tags and stuff like that because I don't want to pay duty on stuff.
Yeah.
So I was taking it out of the package. And so I look at this shirt that she orders, and it's so funny. It has a pickleball on it and a paddle, and it says, "I'd hit that."
Oh, that's cute.
And
that's such a mom shirt.
But I thought it was so funny because I'd hit that.
Yeah.
My mom didn't get that.
Like, she didn't get it?
Oh, no.
Oh,
no,
she didn't understand the innuendo.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. She just innocently thought it was like about a pickleball.
Oh, gosh, that's cute.
And so it says, I'd hit that. And I'm like, so I brought it to her, and I was like, Mom, do you know what that means? And she's like, yeah, like it, what do you mean? And I was just like, well, there's another meaning to that phrase kind of thing. And so I had to explain it to her, and she was like so embarrassed. She's like, no way. Nobody here knows that.
I mean,
my mom is so funny. She's 74
so
years old.
So
yeah, she's so innocent. And she was just like embarrassed, but also she's like, I'm just going to wear it anyways. And I was like, yeah, I want you to, because I think it's hilarious. And so, yeah, she's walking around in Belize wearing I'd hit that shirt.
Yeah. Love it.
Right?
Good for her.
I know. Hilarious.
Wow. That's a very mom story.
Okay. So one of the things that happened this year was that I discovered that my daughter has curly hair. And I did not know this because I knew her hair had a wave to it, and she just always brushed her hair and just whatever. I just didn't know that her hair was actually curly. And we discovered that this year. And I think that's one of the best experiences of 2024 for me and for her, was embarking on this journey of curly hair for my daughter. And she saved up her money. She paid for her own curly girl haircut from like a professional curl hair stylist person. And she's been learning how to use different tools and products and stuff. And her hair is gorgeous. And it's actually really curly. And I cannot believe that that this was like unknown
to anybody.
Like it hadn't been uncovered until this point. But it was perfect because it was the summer before middle school. So it wasn't like a big change during the school year that people noticed. It was like she just learned how to take care of her hair and then started middle school in a new school. And so she's just known as this curly girl now.
That's so cute.
And it is so cute. And it's just been so fun because I've always wanted curly hair my whole life. That's why I do things like wave it and curl it and whatever. Because I guess you just always want what you don't have, right?
Oh, yeah.
But my daughter has like my dream hair. And so it's just really fun that I get to like watch her and be on this journey with her.
Yeah.
And
I love that for
admire
you.
her beautiful curly
And she
hair.
has beautiful hair. It's so cute.
Anyway.
Well, fun fact, I did learn some things about myself this year through experience. I went to my cousin's wedding in Chicago this fall, and I had never met his fiance. Like, I've only seen pictures and stuff, and I met her, beautiful girl. Like, they're just happy couple, lovely, blah, blah, blah. I found out that I'm kind of a prude. So I'm hanging.
What do you mean?
So it's like I have a girl cousin, a boy cousin, and a boy cousin, and a boy cousin. So he's the first boy cousin, oldest boy cousin. Anyway, so I'm hanging out with his older sister who has just had a baby. She's like pumping and dumping because it's, she still has to do that. And we're kind of hanging out, like it's at the reception. We're hanging out like in like the bridal room, get ready room, because nobody's in there. And we're just connecting and stuff. And the bride comes in to change into her dancing clothes and stuff. And again, I have never really met her. I've only talked to her a couple times, and her and all her girlfriends are in there. I'm like, oh, I can get out. They're like, we don't care. We all have nipples. I'm like, oh, okay. And I think I'm progressive and like, I think I'm a naked girly and stuff. I am not. I feel like the church definitely ruined that for me because I'm trying to like give modesty and like whatever. And one of her friends like, well, why would you go? I'm like, like boundaries, like, and they're like looking at me like I was crazy. So anyway, I'm averting my eyes as she's changing because she's like in like, like when you're getting married and you have like just not much on underneath the dress.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to give privacy. And again, I don't know you. You don't know me that well. Like, whatever. I'm talking to my cousin who's also pumping. And so I'm just trying to like be mindful of everyone's nipples. And so I think I'm in the clear because my new cousin-in-law, she's like dressed now. And I'm like, oh, great. Look, I made it out. Look at me. She flashes everyone like kind of. And I was just like, oh, I just saw your boobs. I saw your boobs.
Did you say that out loud?
No, but I was just like, oh my gosh, I've heard like, what do you like? And then I was like, Beth, like I was not raised around girls like that. I was raised in the 90s where in gym class, you put half your shirt on as you were taking the other half out. And there was none of that. There's no standing around. And even in college, like with my college roommates and stuff, it wasn't the type of situation where people were just like getting ready and just like half dressed or anything. So I'm always just like, and then after being in church, you're just supposed to like modest,
cover everything up,
but always be covered, and which is stupid. And I don't believe in that ideology, but it's ingrained in me to a bit. So I was just like, I can't believe.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but I wish
you
I was
felt like you were not free.
Yes, I'd rather be the girl that's like woohoo, like her friends and her, and instead I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna go outside now. So it was just like such a wild thing, and especially like when you're first meeting somebody, it's just like, oh my goodness, like
yeah.
Okay. And then it's like I wanted to joke about it with people because I thought it was so funny.
And
then I'm like, well, now I don't want to be a weirdo. I'm like, what? You didn't even notice that someone was naked? Like, we didn't even notice people are naked. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm old. Just like, anyway.
Oh gosh. Okay. Something that was the best of 2024 in my life, in my world, was Walmart Plus delivery, grocery delivery. I am telling you, the best.
Yeah.
I can get on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I can put whatever I need in my cart and it can be delivered. I can choose the time and it will show up on my doorstep. And it is freaking awesome because I don't have to go to the store and spend time gathering and then going through the checkout and then putting it in my car and then getting home and unloading. I mean, all of those things that take up so much time. There's nothing wrong with doing those things, but I don't really want to. I don't want to spend, that's not how I want to spend my time during this season of my life. And now I don't have to. And it has been amazing.
For you. Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. I love it. I love that service.
Well, I live a lot of my life and experience through TV.
Yes.
And so I have some TV shows that really did it for me this year.
Okay.
And gave me the experience. So I fell in love with a show this year, which was a Marvel show, which I don't even like Marvel. Like, I don't like.
How did you fall in love with it then?
Well, because I didn't realize it was a Marvel show.
Oh.
So Disney did a preview of this show called Agatha All Along. And it's like a show about this witch. And like they did these previews, like I think they're called like upfronts or something. Anyway, but there's like her and Patti LuPone and all these people are singing this song that's like down the witch's trail. And it's just like, or the witch's road. And it's just like this beautiful song that they're harmonizing. Like, what is this? What is this show going to be? And you know, I love a witch show. Yeah. I love a witch show. And so anyway, I started watching it and it's like, I don't know, maybe 8-9 episodes on Disney Plus. And every episode was like this little nugget of wonderful. And I loved it so much. And it made me so happy. And you couldn't binge it because it came out weekly.
Oh.
So it was just like every week I looked forward to watching it. And it was just like perfect. It made me happy. It was actually came out kind of in the fall. So it was kind of in that perfect period of witchiness. And anyway, I just loved it.
So great.
Yeah.
Add it to my list of things
that you'll never watch. I know.
Okay. I got to experience a party theme this year that was like none other. And that was a wigs and wine
Oh my gosh.
party. It was so fun. So I had, first of all, so much fun trying to discover which wig to wear because I decided in my mind that I wanted to wear something ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Amazon had quite a variety in selection, and I had to narrow it down. And eventually I landed on an epic wig that I wore, and it was just hilarious. It was so fun because all of us, there was, I don't know, 6 of us or so, and we all had such a variety of wigs, and we went to a variety of wineries in our wigs.
Yes.
And it was just the best. It was so much fun. I want to do it again.
Yeah. No, I can vouch. Your wig was disgusting. It was so good, but it had its own personality.
Oh yeah.
It was cropped
post a
and
picture
white,
of it.
and it was amazing.
It's like a mushroom cut.
It was so good. Okay, so I watched this other show. Again, Jayme goes and does things. I watch TV shows and live vicariously through characters that are non-existent.
That's totally fine. It's great. We all need some good TV recommendations.
So this is actually based on someone that was really around, but it's called The Serpent Queen. And I can't remember which queendom it was, but it's about this woman's rise. And it's like, it's historical fiction, but real fiction-y. You know, it's it's based on a true person, but liberties were taken, I'm guessing. But it was just like really good. And I loved it. And it was just like this perfect little nugget of a show. And it was twisty and plotty. And I really like queens and kings and that era of like living, you know, like especially like when you see how brutal they were to each other and like all the fighting and stuff. I just think it's so fascinating. I mean, there's been times I've been on a Wikipedia like rabbit hole at 2 a.m, like looking up, you know, Prince John the 17th Earl of, you know, Scosquitch, and been like, how did I get here? So anyway, but it was a fun show.
That's cool. Okay, I have something. So recently I needed to get a different size of pants.
Yes.
So, because none of my pants are fitting. And so it was Amazon Prime Day deal. And I had 2 pairs of these Levi's rib cage.
Oh gosh.
They're called rib cage.
Okay.
Rise jeans, and they didn't really fit me anymore. So I wanted that just in the next size up. And so it was Prime Day. So I started looking. Well, they had like corduroy ones and different colored ones and like different styles and stuff, but all with like this rib cage high rise.
Yeah.
And so I ordered several different ones, and I must say I've been really happy with them. I feel like that's what I want. I want pants that come up to my rib cage. Apparently, I don't think they actually come up to your rib cage. I don't know why that's what they're called, but it's a good rise. Everything is, you know, contained,
tight and right.
Yeah, and I just feel like I was happy that I could order them online because I don't know, jean shopping it's not super fun. Like trying to find jeans that like fit you properly and whatever. And anyways, I did order more. I didn't know what size, but it was all free returns, so I ended up ordering quite a few that I did return because again, I needed pants and I was trying different sizes and trying different styles and whatever. And so thankfully I could return them with like no issues, but I also kept several of them.
Nice.
And I just wanted to say that felt like the best of 2024. The Levi's Ribcage on Amazon Prime Day. Because later I went back and looked and they were back up to a regular price. And I actually got them for a really good price on Prime Day. So.
Spoken like a true millennial.
Yeah,
I love it. I have a couple more shows that really did it for me this year. One of them is a Korean drama called Marry My Husband. I'm sure I've talked about it before.
Ooh, I think so.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. And what I loved about it is I started watching it like the start of the year, and Prime was only releasing 2 episodes per week. And so you had to wait for it. And I don't have self-control when it comes to all episodes out, your girl's binging.
Okay.
And I'm just like, it's nice to just like have that like
that buffer
so I could like, just enjoy things.
Pace yourself.
Yes. But it was such a good show. It has a little bit of fantasy to it because again, it's about a woman that has an opportunity to go back and like make things different in her life, which I don't know if that's just, I'm so desperate for that in my own life that that's all I want to watch. But basically it's a girl that is in a loveless, horrible marriage and she passes away, and then she is able to kind of go back and like restart the clock a little bit. And so it was just like a really good drama. It's like 16 episodes, which is a lot, but there's only a few filler episodes and the rest is just like wonderful. So anyway, loved it.
That. Well, believe it or not, I do have something to contribute to the TV category.
Shocking.
I know. It's the only TV episode. I mean, not episode. The only TV show I watched, I think, this year. And it is called Never Have I Ever.
Okay.
And it is about an Indian girl and her high school experience and her relationship with her mom. Like her dad dies like right at the beginning. And then so she's navigating that and she's a freshman and so it goes through, I think there's 4 seasons. I watched all of them. Can you believe that?
That's incredible.
I know, because I did it when I was traveling. And since I took 3 trips this year, I had lots of times on the airplane to just watch episode after episode.
Yeah.
And so I did. And I actually really liked the series. I thought it was really well done. It was entertaining enough. But it was just, I don't know, it was my kind of show. I liked it. I like high school stuff.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but it's,
Yeah.
I think that's actually in my queue. I have one more, and I feel like even though you say you don't watch, that you will have references. It's Saturday Night Live's 50th year anniversary this year.
I love Saturday Night Live.
And I never watch it on Saturdays.
Me neither.
And every Sunday I get up and I make myself a little brunch and I watch SNL from the night before. And I just, half the time I'm like, this was great. Half the time I'm like, there's a couple good ones. But usually
do you
there's
watch
always
it on
something.
YouTube? Where do you watch it?
I watch it on Peacock.
Oh,
streaming, because Peacock streaming is like $6.99 a month, and I get my Real Housewives and I get Miss SNL. So, but it's just like every once in a while there's just such a banger of like a skit, and it's always just so like on with what's happening, and
totally,
I just love it. It just makes me. It's like one of the only comedy shows I watch that just makes me super happy.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Also on my list is a little bit of music. I have discovered the lo-fi hip hop station.
Oh, nice.
So I enjoy that when I just need some background music for gatherings. I have found that the lo-fi hip hop is...
Where's that?
It doesn't... Because so often I'll put on a station and then I'll get irritated by some of the song, like a song that comes on, and I'm just like, I don't want to have to think about it. I don't want to have to skip. I just want it to just work. I just want the music to not... to just be background. So that one has been good. The other kind of music thing that I have discovered and learned about is Cali reggae. Okay. So I love reggae. That's like my favorite music of all time. But the Cali reggae, which I think is short for California reggae, there's something about it. And if you put in Cali reggae and find that, like, it's so good vibes. Like, it's just good. I really like that. And last but not least on my list related to music is the song. And it was the song that my brother wrote for my dad. It is an incredible song. He wrote it after my dad died. The next day, produced it, figured out how to record it with sound and video. His sons helped him. It's amazing. It's an incredible song. The lyrics, like, it's so perfect. And he sang it. We were just like bawling, tears just pouring down our faces because it's so good. It's such a good, it just represents my dad in such a cool way. And it was just a beautiful song. I can't listen to it, of course, without crying.
Oh, yeah.
But it's so good. And my brother is a really talented musician, and it's called My Sweet Daddy-O by Chad Cause. I don't think you can listen to it anywhere because it's not like officially recorded. But I could probably post a link to it if anyone wants to hear it. But it is it's so good. It was the best song of 2024.
Oh,
by
that's
far.
awesome. I love that. Well, 2024 definitely ended with a bang.
Well, what are you referring to?
Nothing. We're not going there. But I think the thing that I love most about 2024 is continuing our podcast. I think that
Can you believe this?
It's been years now. You know, we've posted every week for, I think, basically not every week. You know, we have some hiccups here and there. But basically, we've posted like 100 plus episodes now.
That's amazing.
We get together all the time.
Yeah.
We like to talk. I mean, I just have such a fun time just talking about the random crap that we talk about.
I know. Me too.
I don't know. I just think making the podcast has been so fun. Yeah. And I think the thing I like most about it is even though I'm a little bit of a Debbie Downer, I'm a little storm cloud, you know, in the life of Jayme, I think we come together and I think that we're able to just have a short, brief moment of time where people don't have to think about anything that's really real too often.
Yeah.
And you can just like laugh with your girlfriends and think about, you know,
just
things you remember. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I just think it's so much fun. And
Same.
So here's to another year.
Yes.
Yay.
Yay.
Welcome 2025.
Weird. That's so weird to say.
I know.
We turned 45.
Yeah. That's great.
Hey, if you're enjoying this podcast and would like to support our show, you can share episodes with your friends and family, follow us on Instagram at the Geriatric Millennials, or leave us a positive review and rating, all which help us to grow. Our theme music was created by the Finley Ghost, so check out their latest album now. Thank you so much.